She walks in beauty like the night, cloudless climes and starry skies.
But I am curious.
About what?
Why you needed all of us here?
You never know when opportunity will knock, Sheriff.
They told me you slept since your brother's wake last night.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
So shall we all.
There. Now is that so bad?
Hello everyone, it's Saturday, time for an episode of Beyond Garnet. I'm Lana Reed. Let's get creative.
May be too intense for some listeners, may be unsuitable for sensitive people, may cause dizziness, may cause drowsiness, may cause excitability. Safety goggles may be required for listening. Take with food, avoid contact with skin, avoid extreme temperatures, and store in a cool, dry place. This is not legal advice, must be present to win. Contents under pressure may contain small parts. Listen at your own risk.
Today my guest is actress and artist, Misty Jump. Misty, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
So as a director, I've worked with a lot of actors. I've even worked with you in the past on Dogwood Pass. But what I don't know is, how did you get started as an actor?
So truthfully, I did a commercial when I was 16 years old at a restaurant and just happened to be at the right place at the right time. And then my next acting experience, which kind of led me into loving acting, I was an extra on Carol, which was Todd Haynes' film, and I had a scene with Kate Blanchett, and I absolutely...
That's exciting.
Yeah, I absolutely fell in love. I had never experienced another actress who was so just amazing and incredible and could turn on that acting like it was second nature to her, just so phenomenal.
I love Kate Blanchett.
Oh, good.
She is so versatile. She is so cool.
She is.
Yeah. So we know you love acting, right? So is that your passion? If acting is not your passion, what is your passion?
Well, I actually have two passions. So acting would be one of my passions. And then I'm also an artist. I absolutely love every aspect of art, from drawing to oil painting, ceramics, pottery, glazing. Those are all things that I've always been drawn to from an early time. When I was really, really little, though, I wanted to be an actress.
Yeah.
I would stand in front of the mirror in my mom's bathroom, and I would pretend to be in commercials. And that's what I truly wanted to be.
So was that the defining moment, like standing in the mirror and pretending to do commercials?
Yes. I used to mix the shampoo bottles together to come up with my own shampoo.
Sure.
And this was my own commercial.
Do you remember what the brand was? Do you remember what you called it?
It was like Magical Misty, because that's that's my name. But I was also only 6 years old, so...
Sure. It's mermaid hair shampoo, right?
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
So awesome. So I didn't know you did pottery. I'm a pottery collector.
I know.
I am. I love pottery. That's my go-to thing. I don't collect a lot of things, but I do collect pottery. So
I love it all.
do you have any artwork, or are you planning on doing a show or anything like that?
I do have a website through Fine Art America. It's under my maiden name, though.
Okay.
But that is linked through my Facebook account and then also through my Instagram account. But it's actually under Misty Van Pool is my artist name,
Sure.
per se, for oil paintings and everything. And I haven't done, I've glazed tiles a long time ago, but I haven't really thrown pottery, like on a wheel. That's been about 20 years ago.
Sure.
I've also done like slab coffee cups and put those together, but it's been a while.
Okay. So would you rank those things in things that you do for hobbies as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What other hobbies do you have that you want to share?
I recently, probably within the past 10 years, I made 3D cakes.
That's cool.
Yeah, so...
What's your favorite cake that you've ever made?
My favorite was the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was 3.5 feet by 2.5 feet, so it was
That's pretty big.
Pretty immense cake.
Yeah.
And my best friends, there are actually some friends that live up the street from me, Regina and Becky, they had purchased a airbrush gun for cakes for me. and I'd never used one before. So that was my birthday present one year, and I fell in love with it. So I did everything I could until I didn't feel challenged anymore. So,
Well, you created the Millennium Falcon, a cake. You know, I mean, how much more challenging does it get, right?
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I've kind of retired from cake making unless you are immediate family
Sure.
or like a best friend or something. I'll go ahead and design a cake for you.
Okay.
But that was a challenging part in my life. We also spent probably about 14 and a half hours constructing the Pirates of the Caribbean ship
Wow.
out of chocolate,
Wow.
which I had never done before.
Do you have photos of that?
We did.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah, I would love to see that. Yeah.
So that was incredible. But we worked together as a team and we accomplished so much. And that's one of my goals in life, is that you always need to challenge yourself. You need to become better than you were the day before.
That's really great advice. I have a love for quirky individuals. And once you get to know someone, everyone has quirks. Do you know what your quirks are?
So as far as my quirks or a unique ability, not many people know this, but I am ambidextrous. I have use of either my right or my left hand. I can write, use chopsticks, daily tasks I can do with both hands. Another silly human trick would be I can write my name with my feet. And when I was little, I was able to walk on stilts, and also I had the unique ability of riding a unicycle.
Really big goal. What is Misty Jump's huge goal for her career?
I would like to be a lead actress in a major motion picture. And then I would also like to have an incredible mural display in a big city. And then my other dream would just be to be the best mom that I can be to my daughters and raise them with great morals and values and as strong women who can accomplish anything if they set their mind to it. And that's kind of my goal for anyone, or my advice for anyone, is that if you can dream it, make it a reality. Don't set limitations on yourself, because you are your own person and only you can define your life and make it as amazing as you want it to be.
You are responsible for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. We know in the acting world and being an artist that there's a lot of no. We hear no so much. We don't hear back from someone about an audition, or we get turned down for a role or commercial or what have you. What is a disappointment that you've faced that still sort of sticks with you?
There have been a few things in the beginning when I would audition for something. I would constantly look at myself and think, what did I do wrong? What were my mistakes? What were my flaws? And eventually you have to get to a point in your life, I think it's maybe when you get a little bit older, that you realize that the director is looking for a certain type of person, and it might be your hair color, it could be your body shape, it could be your build, it could be your accent, your eye color. And that could completely throw you out of the ballpark of even having a chance at having that role. So you just need to go into every situation and be the best person that you can be, and give your audition the best audition that it can be. And try not to worry about, is it going to be a yes or no answer, or what somebody critiques you as, because you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. You just have to realize that you have to be the best person you can be, and not worry so much as to what the outcome is going to be. As long as you gave 110% and you really, really applied yourself and did everything in your possibility to make that the best audition you can, it is completely up to the director, and you don't have any say in that.
Right. I cast most of my projects myself. And my advice to actors when I'm coaching them, even though you're not chosen for that role, you're still being seen. And that director, that casting director or producer, whomever is in that room, may remember you. So you just walk into the room, you do the best that you can. And the main thing is, don't take it personal.
Exactly.
And it's so hard in this business because we do hear no so often. It's hard for it not to actually play on your heart a little bit after a while.
I agree.
So, yeah.
100%.
So my favorite question
Yes.
that I like to ask everybody, and since you're a cake gal, you know, What is Misty Jump's favorite type of cake?
So I actually have two.
Okay.
I'm terrible at decisions. So my first would probably be Hummingbird Cake.
Okay, I'm going to need a definition of hummingbird cake here.
It is the most amazing. It's soft. It has pineapple in it. It has nuts. It has pretty much everything. It's kind of more of like a summer cake.
Okay.
And you don't experience it very often. So there's hardly any place that you would go to that would have hummingbird cake. But on occasion, you'll see it and go ahead and order it. And hopefully you'll like it. My other would be German chocolate cake.
Ah.
And
See, German chocolate cake looks so good to me, but I can't eat coconut. It freaks me out. It's a texture thing. Yeah.
it is a texture thing.
Yeah.
I just have fond memories of my grandmother, and she made German chocolate cake for the church, and then she'd make me a little tiny cake, and that would be what I would get.
Oh, I love it. You got your own little individual German chocolate cake.
It was tiny, but yes, it was all mine.
It's nice. It's nice.
So it was great.
Yeah. Let's talk about any advice that you want to offer to any listeners.
You need to make sure that you are doing what you want to do in this life because you are the only one that can write your own story. And this is your story. You don't want to be just a character in your story. You want to be the main character, and you want to make it as fabulous as you possibly can because you have this one life to live, and life is short. So make it as amazing as you can possibly make it. Don't put limitations on yourself. Don't think I can't audition for this role because it doesn't fit my description. Think outside the box. Think completely beyond your capabilities because you are capable of whatever you imagine.
Don't put the pen to your story in someone else's hand, right?
Exactly.
There you go. I love it. What are you working on now?
I just finished filming The Darkest Edge. It's a psychological thriller, and it is directed by Naeem David and Joe Gribble. It includes an amazing cast of actors and actresses, and I'm very excited to see where this goes.
All right. So if anyone listening wants to find Misty's artwork, where do they go?
You could go to fineartamerica.com, and I'm listed under Misty Van Pool, which is my maiden name. Or you could go to Facebook, which I'm listed as Misty Jump for any type of acting. I'm also on Instagram as Only One Misty.
The number.
The number one,
Yeah.
yes. And then I do have a Twitter account, but I think it's linked to my Instagram.
Gotcha. So whatever's on Instagram goes on Twitter.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're
it's
together.
just kind of linked.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. This was pretty awesome. I learned some things about you that I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
It was fantastic. I'm so glad that you had me, and this was completely enjoyable. I had a great
absolutely.
time. Yeah.
All right, guys, join us next week when Mr. Brian Dobbins, writer Mr. Brian Dobbins, will be our guest. Feel free to share this podcast with your friends, family, and associates. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at It's Me, Lana Reed. Many thanks to the musical genius of Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech for our super slick theme music titled Jet Fueled Vixen. Thank you to Michelle Lawson for our fun disclaimer. Join us next Saturday for another episode of Beyond Garnet. Have a magnificent week, everyone, and remember, be good and don't get caught.